Well, hello, and welcome to the Points of Interest podcast. This is the most generic podcast on the internet. My name is Josh Hawks. I am the 303 Ninja, and right over there, he is my podcasting partner for life. He is the other guy. It's Mr. Francis Fernandez.
Merry holidays, everybody.
Happy Christmas, as the UK say.
Yeah. Bye, Christmas.
Yes, that's how they say it.
Oh, man. I'm
What
in a
the
mood
fuck?
tonight, I guess.
Yeah,
It's Friday
who
night. It's
knew
5
you-
days till Christmas.
You're half Cockney.
Yeah. Hello. Merry Christmas.
I don't think they'd say Merry
Yeah.
Christmas. They would say, like,
Hip, hip Christmas.
no, because Cockney was like pig Latin. You know, they like moved, everything had like rhyme, things that rhymed like Merry Christmas. So it'd be like Harry,
So it'd be,
Harry something or whatever.
yeah, it'd be like Harry. I don't know.
See-
Something that rhymes with, what would rhyme with Christmas that's like a thing.
Why don't we have any Cockney
Or-
friends?
I don't. Do you have Cockney friends?
No. Why don't we have any Cockney friends?
I don't know. We should get some. We should find some, and we should make them our. We should just force our friendship onto. Some
I mean, we're pretty good at forcing our friendship upon people that may or may not want it.
So, do you want to know what it is in Cockney slang?
Oh, wow. The Google is smart. Yes, please.
So, in Cockney slang, because there's nothing that rhymes with Christmas, it's a right Christmas turkey is Merry Christmas. A right Christmas turkey is the rhyming slang
Okay.
for Christmas.
I'll throw it at somebody in the next few days.
Yeah, just go into your work, and then when you're doing your job, mockingly as you do your work, just go, a right Christmas turkey to you. And then just do what you have to do.
Yeah.
And they'll be so confused that all the bad that they were doing at that time, they will reverse. So.
Well, you know, Francis, speaking of that, you know, I am wearing a Muppet t-shirt today, so I'll show you. Yay. Doesn't work for the audio people, but picture a t-shirt with Muppets on it.
Speaking of which, real quick,
Yeah, go.
did you see the gaming awards?
I saw that Statler and Waldorf were on it.
Yeah.
I don't know if
That's
any
the-
other Muppets were on it, but I know that those two were
I
on
was
there. And
just-
I saw a quick little clip, and I don't recall it, so I don't even remember if it was actually funny or not.
I was just curious because I'm like, oh, because I saw the whole thing and I'm like, oh, they're Muppets in the Game Awards.
I haven't
That's
watched the
weird.
Video Game Awards in a million years, to be really
This was a
really
good one.
honest.
This was actually genuinely entertaining.
Okay.
Like, it was an entertaining Game Awards, yeah.
I mean, the Muppets were
But anyway.
there, so
Well, that's what I'm gonna say. They added a lot because they were not kind to to Jeff Keighley. They ripped him for some stuff. Like it was fun. That's why it was funny. Because they, you know, everything that everyone has ever like criticized the Game Awards for, they put as jokes for them to do, and it was well done.
This is
I-
like
I
a commercial for Microsoft.
yeah,
That was the worst.
stuff like that.
Impression
Stuff like
ever.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I got to while doing my job today, Francis.
Yes.
Wow. You know, the person may or may not needed to be restrained a
Frisked?
little bit at one
I
point.
thought it was frisk.
Oh, he definitely got frisked. But yeah, definitely had to be restrained a little bit and had to, you know, we had to force our will upon his a little bit. I got to ask the guy later. I said, hey man, I got a question to ask you. How's it feel to get roughed up by a guy wearing a Muppet shirt? He didn't think it was very funny. He had some choice words
Well,
for me. And I was like, that is not what the Muppets would say.
Is this a what do you call it? Encouragement for you to wear more silly and silly shirts to really embarrass the people you have to encounter.
I mean, that would be fun.
That would be fun.
That would be fun. Yeah, but it is kind of cool, you know. Well, see, that sounds like it's too egotistical, but it's kind of fun knowing I'm wearing a Muppet T-shirt and
and flexing your authority.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Not like in a I don't know, a person that got picked on or something like that, but yeah. I escort people into offices they don't want to be led into for a job.
Sure.
It's a good way to say it. If you've been paying any attention to the last, I don't know, 40 episodes, you know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But if
you're loosely protecting kayfabe.
Yeah. Loosely. It's funny because when I wear a shirt that does say kayfabe on it, people, doesn't matter, my work or otherwise, will stop me and be like, kafabi? No, kayfabe. Well, okay. What does that mean? I'm like, oh. And then I have to like...
It is a term. It is a term that is very specific to that sport.
Mm. In carnivals.
I was playing Call of Duty last night actually, and there's a game called Warzone where it's just a battle royale. You're fighting against a bunch of people, and I was the last one alive in my team.
Wow, nice.
And I'm trying to I'm just trying to survive so I can bring my teammates back. And there's people around me, and I blurted out because my friend laughed at me. He's like, "What are you talking about?" It's like, I just yelled into my mic, "You can't see me. I'm John Cena." That's all I just yelled that in the mic. I'm like, "You can't see me. I'm John Cena," and I'm running. And he's like, "What are you talking about? What is that?" Like, don't worry about it. Just try to hide.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, apparently
that was so funny. It was too funny for
the first thing that came to mind in trying to hide from freezing.
Yes, that's what I was saying. That's what I was trying to say is that your story. There it goes. Your story was so awesome that it froze everything, and now you can't hear me. Hello, are you still there?
Hi.
Okay, I thought I lost you.
No, it's just the delay. Things to internet.
Yeah. What can you do? What can you do
with the internet? Internet is stupid.
Well, you know what you can do with the internet, Francis.
What can you do?
You can recruit people for projects that you want to complete.
Are we doing that?
We're not doing it because I have never had the thought of being run through by 100 guys in a day.
Could have been one of the
10
guys,
maybe. But 100?
You're one of the guys.
I didn't see that application come up across my Twitter feed. Nor do I currently pay for any OnlyFans pages. So I didn't get that opportunity, nor would I really want it. That's pretty not something I'd be interested in. But you know what? Good for her. She set a goal and she accomplished it. Good for her. But wow.
So, okay. So we're just saying stuff. This person's name is Lily Phillips.
Okay.
She's a 23-year-old OnlyFans star, I guess. She did a documentary where she slept with 100 men in a day.
I don't think there was. I don't think there was a lot of sleeping.
No. Yeah. So okay. So
I can't. What? Go on.
What? Okay, two things here. one, I believe she's now going to up the challenge to 1,000 in a day, which means I think it's one person for every 90 seconds for a day.
I mean, okay.
So you better get it done in 90 seconds.
Well, she better have some
That's all you
fluffers.
got. Well, I mean, it's like the longest train ever, but like it's.
Well, I know, but there better be some stewardesses on the damn train or something.
I'm sure there's people there ready to get the next person to go. I don't know if I want to be one of those. Like, what do you think? Like, just 100 guys. Like, what do you think is going through their heads? As like, I'm one of 100 dudes.
No. I'm dude 99. I'm dude 100. Look at all these motherfuckers. I've been standing in a line with a fucking boner for the last fucking 8 hours. Taking one step forward every couple minutes.
Can you just imagine, though, right? If she didn't do it, like, if everyone before you was so much bigger than you were, and you go in there and it's like throwing a hot dog down a hallway. It's just like, what am I doing? I am not even gonna fucking pretend that I understand the female anatomy. But I think after about 10, it ain't gonna matter much. I guess that's true.
But what do I know?
But like, and what kind of life? I mean, not to get philosophical here. Like, what kind of life do you have as this woman who's like, yep, 100 dudes in a single day, and I can do 1,000 dudes in a single day.
I mean, like I said, you know what?
Like,
good for her for setting a goal and accomplishing the goal.
I guess so.
But
I just hope she becomes a millionaire after this and never needs. Like, hope she has siblings to kind of carry the bloodline, because no one's gonna want to have I don't know, like nobody's gonna want to like have a relationship with this woman. I don't think. Not after that knowledge. It's like, well,
you're right.
1,100 guys were there before me. That's a lot.
Documented.
Documented. Yeah. On video. There's 1,100 guys who were here before me. Body count. Like, normally I don't care about body counts, but that's a little.
A little excessive. I mean, to each their own with their own bodies. Do whatever you want, but that doesn't mean that I ain't gonna make fun of you.
Yeah, 1,100 though. But anyway,
that's crazy to me. I at the same time, if it, reverse the roles, a dude wanted to bang 100 women, or 100 women wanted to bang the same dude, like whatever. Same thing. It's fucking.
No, but in that case, and he wouldn't. No woman would ever want to be that guy either. But. I don't think he'd last that long anyway. Like, he wouldn't make it to that. Well, sure. Make it to 100.
Sure.
No way. He's not gonna make it to 100.
I'm just saying.
Like, oh my God, he would actually be dead. He would be physically dead because
death by snoo.
Yeah. It's like, oh my God.
The mind is willing, but the flesh is bruised and spongy.
He could never, I would guarantee, could never get hard again after that 100.
Right.
It would never happen.
It's just
like, man.
Just drinking bottles of fucking Viagra.
Yeah.
Like, blend it. Just, yeah.
Just plug it into my veins.
Blend it up, put some protein in there, and we're good to go. Give me some protein, some carbs, and some fucking Viagra. We'll be good.
I also feel
people later just you don't even have the muscle strength to pump anymore, so you have just people on the side of you just grabbing your hips and just moving it for you.
Yeah. Exactly. Like you have like two assistants moving your hips while you're just like.
It's like a pit stop.
Just like,
fucking, that's hilarious. Oh man. Yes, Push. Welcome to a very special holiday episode. We might even be here next week. It'd be even more holiday-ish, more
Well,
special-ish.
yeah, we talk about a porn star next week. We'll talk about more porn stars.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's there. Hey,
Yes.
I don't have an
There you
ending.
go.
I don't have an ending to that segment. It happened. Good for her, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, good to have goals, I guess, but Jesus Christ.
Speaking of goals,
Speaking of goals, yeah. Okay. Yeah, speaking of goals, the goal to not let the Karate Kid franchise die. Karate Kid Legends.
based on what you've seen,
Yes.
yeah, based on what you've seen in the trailer, does it look like it's just the first Karate Kid all over again?
Well, first, before I answer that question, Francis, I do have to tell you that I had to watch the trailer twice because I'm watching the trailer the first time.
Was that good? Was that good?
No, but look, nothing beats the first Karate Kid. Okay, part 2 was fun, I guess,
Yeah,
but it wasn't the first one, and the third one wasn't even close to the second one, which wasn't anywhere near the first one. And then the one where they just said screw everything and they brought in what's her face?
Hillary Swank.
Thank you.
So they had 3, and then they did 3, and then the next Karate Kid.
The next Karate Kid. Everybody kind of forgets about that one.
It was the worst one. I mean, even though 3 was terrible, technically the next Karate Kid was worse.
More terrible. The goal of not letting the thing die. So first, let me tell you that I had to watch it twice because I'm watching the trailer and it said Ralph Macchio, and they're showing Ralph talking, and they go Jackie Chan, and I went, huh, when's Jackie gonna show up in the trailer? And then I watched the whole thing. I went, well, where the fuck is Jackie? And I watched it again, and I went, holy shit! Father Time showed up, slapped Jackie Chan in the face.
Who did you think it was?
I have no idea because I watched it without my glasses on.
Okay. Where's this random Asian
Well,
guy?
look,
here?
it's not very often that trailers drop in the AM, and
That's true.
2 trailers dropped this week in the AM. That's not very
That's very
typical. It's usually in the afternoon or during a football game or something in the evening or at night, or at least midday. But
So after watching the trailer, though, do you
Yes.
have any hype for this movie? Do you have any interest?
well, like I just said, I mean, nothing beats the first one. So, but
Sure.
Jackie Chan's in this one. So you're sucking me in. Because I'll watch everything
true,
Jackie
because-
Chan is in.
So I'm guessing you didn't see, because you didn't mention it, I'm guessing you didn't see the one where he trained Will Smith's son.
I didn't see that one.
the
I've seen
first
parts
Karate Kid.
of that one. But I haven't sat down and been like, okay, I'm watching Will Smith Jr. and Jackie Chan do a thing.
Okay.
But I've seen clips of it. And I'm like, oh, he's teaching them Kung Fu. It's called The Karate Kid. It's okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
which
whatever.
was, yes, that was
It's cool.
that was a very that's a blatant mistake on their part to go from karate to kung fu.
Mm.
So just go back to. I mean, I'm sure there's a karate guy. Like, actually, I don't know. I don't know of any like action stars that do karate. I always
Jet
can't think of anyone.
Li.
He's kung fu too.
Oh, yeah, huh?
They're all kung fu. That's the thing. Everyone's kung fu.
Yeah.
Jet Li, Jackie Chan, Donnie Yen,
Mm.
like all of these like big martial artists do kung fu because it's more flashier. Because
You're not
karate
wrong.
is just like it's this
Right.
very rigid martial art, and then kung fu is flippy and
Yeah. You
whatever.
see some UFC guys that have karate in their background.
Yeah.
Or Taekwondo. And when they kick people, you can see it. Because both
Yeah.
those arts have a very specific kind of way they kick.
Definitely. Yeah.
But
definitely.
Still adapted to MMA. So it's a taekwondo kick, but it's one kick out of his entire repertoire that he's using.
Well,
but the new movie, I mean, it looks the new star. I didn't do any research, but I'm gonna say it was probably schooled by Jackie Chan.
he has the moves. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
And every fight scene they showed, he has the moves.
So,
Which makes me wonder what the point of Ralph Macchio is, because I'm like,
well,
kind of
because
pointless.
maybe people didn't watch the one with just Jackie and Will Smith Jr. Also,
No,
why
nobody
didn't they
did.
bring him back? What's his name?
Jaden.
Jaden. Why didn't they bring him in? Did
Because
Jackie
he's a
Chan be
popular-
like, nope, I'm bringing in one of my people?
He was such a as a kid he was fine, but as an adult, 'cause he's an adult now too.
Mm.
And it's like, nobody likes him. It's like-
You,
he wore a white Batman suit. His girlfriend's. He wore a white Batman suit to his girlfriend's prom or something, like to a dance or something. He wore like a gigantic Batman suit. I'm like, you look like an idiot. It's like, but I'm Will Smith's son. So
I mean,
I don't know.
I think you look like a fool when your pants are hanging all the way off your ass too. But when I tell people, why don't you get a belt? I have one.
It's just like
Learn how to use it.
I like that he's sprinkling bits of work into our
Well,
conversation.
it's inevitable. I can't protect it. There's no cave
Yeah.
protecting. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Here's the thing. I mean, there'll be one more trailer that comes out for it. I'll watch that one, and I'll have to decipher from that if it's worth watching. Because I won't watch I don't watch TV spots. I don't watch interviews. I try to stay away from the magazines and all that stuff for movies that I'm interested in. If I don't give a shit, I'll watch every fucking 30-second spot they got. But between Karate Kid, which I'm mildly interested in, to answer your question, I guess ultimately mildly interested.
Okay.
Like I said, it has Jackie Chan in it, so I'm probably gonna watch it.
Yeah, he's a seller. Like he hasn't done a movie in a while that's at least American. He's supposed to do freaking. He keeps talking about doing Rush Hour 4, but
I think that's more
I don't know
dependent
if
on
that-
Tucker.
that's ever- He wants to do it too. Tucker has done several interviews where he's like, "Yeah, I'd love to do a Rush Hour 4."
Huh.
I think it's just getting the money together and getting like production. And
Who besides the two of them wants another movie with the two characters?
If
I
they
can't
can
think of
get-
what their names are. Carter, right?
Carter, yeah,
and Chan probably.
and Lee.
Lee,
And
yes,
Lee. His name was Lee. Yeah.
yeah. Man, it's been a long time since I've seen any of those.
If I have to get Jerry Bruckheimer, I think he was the one who did it, or whoever did the
think
original
so.
3.
I think so.
Yeah, but no, I'm yeah. So hopefully it's good. Ralph Macchio is a terrible fighter, so it'll be interesting to see him fight alongside Jackie Chan. Just be be shown to be really, really bad at any type of kung fu or any type of karate. Because when he fights in the Cobra Kai Netflix show, and it's awful.
Okay.
Like they have to give him like special powers. They give him powers that he learns from other people. It's like, oh, if you grab him here, you disable him, and if you like punch him here, it numbs their arms. And I'm like, oh, they're giving him cheats because he can't fight. Cool. Hey, that's fine.
I mean, whatever. I mean,
Yeah,
what else has Ralph Macchio done? I think he did some
nothing.
daytime TV shit,
Maybe
like before
Ralph
Karate
Macchio-
Kid.
Like Ralph, I am pretty sure he made enough money in 3 Karate Kid movies that he really didn't need to work.
Right. If he
did,
did,
like, guest spots on TV shows.
yeah. I think he's on ER or fucking, House or something, or maybe played a dead person on, SVU or something. But
okay, so he
go ahead.
okay. Have you heard of the show The Deuce?
I took one earlier.
Apparently, he was in 17 episodes of that. Like, that's the big one, and then everything else are like these one-off shows. He did a couple episodes on other shows, but that was his big one.
Well, go from someone that is only known for the most part, Karate Kid, to somebody I don't know who the hell this person is. Whoever the hell this new Superman is, I don't even know who he is. He kind of looks Filipino.
Okay.
Like, I don't even know. I'd never heard the act. I couldn't tell you the actor's name right now, but never heard of it until I saw it on the screen.
He looks Filipino. I've never heard of that, but that's interesting.
I'm just saying, he does. The little bit of trailer that we got the other morning, the music was cool. I liked that it was just kind of the solo guitar kind of John Williams Superman theme.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he's got like the broccoli kid hair. Like the poofy broccoli hair. But for the quick clips that we saw, it looked like he was playing off a nerdy, goofy character.
He was, yes.
There was 8 million different characters in the trailer. I don't even know.
Yes.
Mr. Terrific,
Yes.
Hawk Girl,
Yes.
one of the Green Lanterns.
Yes.
That's the only ones I can remember. There was a big squid-looking thing in the background of one of the shots.
Yes.
A big eyeball, maybe, or a squid or something, while Superman's trying to get laid.
You're right.
It's James Gunn,
Yes.
James Gunn took his time with this trailer. There's one line of dialogue in the entire trailer.
Right.
So one line. I was gonna say it was one word. No, it's one line. It's 3 words, I think.
Yes.
Four total words spoken. 1 word repeated twice. But
Jesus. Yes.
I'm just saying. I'm just being a smart ass. But it was crafted together pretty well, I thought. It doesn't give you anything though.
Yeah.
It doesn't. Is this an origin story? No. Is this somewhere?
No, he wouldn't do origin stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't. I'm just saying. That was me just saying I don't think so. This is, at least Superman is known, maybe early, but he's known of. But that's about all. That's about it. Looks like Lex Luthor is there, who didn't look very menacing to me whatsoever. Looked like a fucking child with bald head.
Right.
Probably about the same age as everybody else. Your main players.
Yes. He's a little older than the guy who plays Superman in age.
He doesn't
Superman is 31 years old. He's 35.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, they got one more trailer to try and get me in, and it's a hard sell for me anyway because I'm not a big Superman fan.
Right.
Oh darn, I said it out loud. Oh well.
No one's gonna hate you for it. It's all right. No, I mean, look, Superman is as much as people like this trailer. Twitter was abuzz with how much people were crying, and like I watched a couple of reactions to the trailer, and like a couple of the people who were watching it cried at the end because they really like this version of Superman.
Okay,
he's hopeful. He's the hopeful, not.
How did you get that? How did you get that from the fucking guy laying in a fucking laying in the ice, bleeding with a punctured lung,
because it's
spitting out blood.
well, just the whole thing. I mean, look, crypto is in the freaking movie. That alone is like, okay, it's not. It's got this. It's there. There's so many silly things. Did you see Nathan Fillion's Green Lantern hair? Like, there's silliness everywhere.
No,
like,
yeah,
it's just a silly movie.
So the character that he's portraying, and I'm not a Green Lantern. I'm not a big DC fan.
Yeah.
But the specific Green Lantern character he's playing in the comics has a bowl cut, an extreme bowl cut.
Yeah, but he didn't have to. They didn't have to.
But
there's
that's
no reason.
But that's James Gunn though. But that's how he does shit though.
Sure.
You know, like he's gonna try to be. I mean, Guardians. The little bit of Guardians that I've read, he was pretty close to that source material.
Sure, but I mean, like, it didn't. The thing is, it didn't have to. Like, he could have picked any other.
Sure.
He could have picked any other Green Lantern because there's a million Green Lanterns that could have been
Fair.
in the place of Guy Gardner. It didn't have to be that guy with the hair. It could have been anyone else.
But to
Even Hal Jordan again.
But that's the thing. How many times have we had Hal Jordan?
Once.
He was in the cartoons for, every time a Green Lantern showed up, it was always Hal Jordan.
They could have had the first black Green Lantern, John Stewart, as the Green Lantern.
John Stewart was the other one that was in the animated.
Yeah, but still.
What about Bubba Ray? Can we get Bubba Ray?
I don't know.
That vulture-looking one?
The vulture. Oh, I forget. Yeah, is it Bubba Ray?
I think it's Bubba Ray.
But overall, yeah.
But I have no idea what the movie's about. Apparently, it's about crypto.
So he fights. His main villain, I believe, is Metamorpho, which you see briefly in the trailer. He's the guy with like the things on his face. You see him for like a second in the trailer.
Okay.
So he's the main villain, but like we still haven't seen Supergirl, who's in the movie. We haven't seen a couple Jimmy Olsen, who's in the movie. We haven't seen a couple of people in the movie. But the dude who's playing Superman, David Cornswet. Yes, that's his name.
Cornswet?
CORNSWET. So Sweat, I guess.
Okay.
Or Corin's wet. I don't know where the emphasis is. I don't know where you put the emphasis.
That's good. That's good.
Whatever it is, that's the dude who's playing Superman.
All right.
He looks kind of Superman-y. He's all right. Yeah, the broccoli hair is weird, but he looks like Superman.
I mean, that's the haircut of the youth, I guess.
It's the haircut.
It's the haircut. Notes. Yeah, it. I don't even know who Metamorpho is. Like I said, I'm not a big DC fan. I like Batman. Yep,
All that matters.
There we go.
Is this movie. What?
No, I was like that. We just extinguished the characters out of DC. I like for the most part.
Oh. If the guy is if I know James Gunn, I liked his other DC movie, which was Suicide Squad, and I liked.
No, it was the Suicide. Wasn't it the Suicide Squad? Suicide Squad. It's two different movies.
I sit correct.
Two different movies.
I sit correct. The Suicide Squad. I really enjoyed that. I thought it was a good movie.
Sure.
The Peacemaker TV series, very good. Thought it was a lot of fun.
He's doing that.
He did it. Yeah, he did the first season of Peacemaker already with the guy you can't see.
It's just a costume walking around.
He's just it's just weird.
Swearing a lot.
He has his wife in that movie. Freaking he has his own wife, or James Gunn's wife is in that show.
Oh, okay.
So, it's a good show. It's very funny. If this has that kind of same level of humor and heart that those two bits of DC cinema that he's done so far have, then I'm sure it will do great. Actually, I'm sure it'll do way better than poor
probably,
Henry Cavill.
yeah, an artist that we know, he posted something today. He said, all you people, all you haters out there that couldn't stand Cavill so much, but nobody's saying anything about Superman breaking this little girl's neck in the trailer.
He didn't break the girl's neck.
I know.
I'm sure he was.
He was just taking
Nobody's saying-
this particular guy is, he likes to just be a smart ass. And but I thought it was funny because he posted the picture of it, and I'm like, oh yeah, I did kind of wonder that when I saw the trailer, because I'm sick and twisted too.
I think Henry Cavill was the perfect Superman with the least perfect director. If he was James Gunn Superman, I think everyone would have really loved him more. But because he had Zack Snyder as a director, it's like, ugh.
And also, everybody forgot to tell everyone else that was a sequel to Superman 2.
Oh, not that one. You're thinking of
that was Superman Returns.
The Superman Returns, yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Not Man of Steel. Man of Steel is the one where he's sad all the time and has a hairy chest.
Right. Maybe I didn't see
He's
that
sad
one.
all the time.
I don't know. I don't remember if I saw that one or not.
He fights Zod and the other two.
Oh yeah.
In Metropolis.
And he fucking decapitates his head or something, right?
He breaks his neck.
Yeah.
Kills him.
And then that's how we get the Superman Batman with the aft bat running into the dust and seeing the laser beam going across. Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Why do you know that name?
Yes.
So I saw that one. So I saw the
Yeah.
Zod movie. I don't think I saw the one that came after that, if there was one.
There wasn't. It was that, then
Okay.
Batman v Superman, which is you had already proven you've seen,
Mm-hmm.
and then Justice League. So those were the 3 Superman movies.
Gotcha. I don't think I saw the.
The one you were
Justice League.
thinking of was Superman Returns with Brandon Routh as
That's
Superman,
right.
and that was the sequel to Superman 2.
But nobody told anybody that. That's why that movie failed.
No,
too.
nobody did. It did. Even though the dude Brandon Routh really did embody, I'm like, wow, that's a really good successor to Christopher Reeve. Like,
He was doing his
That's
best
that's
impression
pretty
of
spot on.
Christopher Reeve. To the point
good.
that Christopher Reeve's wife gave him the fucking keys or whatever, the cape or something of Superman. Like, she gave the approval.
Okay, I was hoping it was keys. It's like, here's some keys.
Like the keys
What is it
to
for?
the keys to the fucking castle, the fucking the actual cape. I don't know. She gave some sort of seal of approval, whether it was a piece of fucking Christopher Reeve's body or fucking hair or cape or something, or you know what I'm saying.
Right? Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, but so that was the Superman one was really the one that hit me completely by surprise. I got up at like 8 a.m. and there's a fucking trailer sitting there. It had just come out a few minutes ago, or 9, whatever time it was early. I'm like, what? How is there already a trailer for something? I didn't think this was trailer ready yet, this movie. I thought we just settled on the insignia just a few weeks ago.
Oh no, I mean, it's out in 6 months. Like, that's pretty quick. 7 months, actually, I guess. Yeah, no, what's funny is I'm glad that shows that you're not perpetually online, which is good to know. You don't live on the internet, because they did a teaser trailer for the teaser trailer 2 days before. They did like this teaser that said, hey, in 2 days, we're going to give you the teaser trailer to this movie that we're already teasing you with 30 seconds of footage. So they did maybe not that long, maybe like 20 seconds.
Well,
20 seconds of footage.
Go on.
Yeah, but I mean, don't just say it. Just be
Sure.
like, hey.
Well, here's the thing that
we're
breaks
giving the trailer.
That breaks my rules, though. So I would, even if I had known about it, I wouldn't have watched it.
Okay.
I watched the teaser, I watched the full, and then I'm done.
Yeah.
I don't watch
So
TV
you just
spots.
got the yeah.
I don't watch fucking commercial. I try to avoid commercials or tie in, commercials or whatever. Because especially if it's a fucking sci-fi thing that has toys involved. I have to not go to the toy section before a movie I want to see comes out because toys will ruin the movie for you.
Usually.
The death of Han Solo set. Like,
what? The death of Han Solo. I like that it's that. I like it's very specific. It's like, oh. Like, get your own Han Solo with his lightsaber through his body.
Yeah, exactly. And like, there's a,
For sale.
There's some sort of gimmick where it falls off the bridge.
Yeah.
It was completely unnecessary to have a chasm underneath.
Here's the Sixth Sense Lego set where Bruce Willis is already dead.
How long did it take you to figure that out watching that movie?
No, the end. They had
really?
to tell me. I didn't figure it out.
I got it right away. I was like, all right, well, next movie.
No, I was watching it, and at the very end, I'm like, well, I guess near the end, but like throughout, whenever he was, because he's like, oh, I'm playing with my ring. And he's like talking to people, and no one's responding, and I'm just like, oh, that's weird. But it never clicked to me that he was dead because nobody responded to him. Because the kid does. So I'm like, oh, well, the kid talks to him, so whatever. And then at the very end, when he touches his back, he's like, there's blood. Like, oh, all right, sure, he's dead. Okay. Oh, well, obviously. Okay. So, yeah, it wasn't until the very end that I learned. But look, I mean, I don't know. There weren't spoilers back in the day, so I didn't. I know.
I mean, well, okay, so I brought up the Han Solo thing. Speaking of spoilers, that actually did get spoiled for me on the Twitters. Some jackhole.
Was Twitter around when that movie came out?
For the Force Awakens or whatever the fuck Han Solo died.
Oh, for Force Awakens. Oh, I thought you meant Sixth Sense.
That'd be fucking rad to like go back and look at Twitter from fucking 97.
Yeah. Oh,
if
okay.
that was a thing.
So yeah, for Force Awakens. Okay.
Yeah, for Force Awakens. It was right before I went and saw it too, and it just showed it's kind of the red glow mist, if you will, and just Han Solo looking like he's in pain, and it's just like, oh, I shouldn't have scrolled.
Okay.
Stop scrolling the internet before going to see a movie you want to see. Don't go to the toy section before a fun sci-fi movie or comic book movie.
I've kind of gotten over. Yeah, I kind of gotten over spoilers because they're there. Like I'm online. I'm perpetually online. So like if I see a spoiler, I just shrug and like, well, I saw the spoiler. It's my own fault for going online. Like, what am I gonna do?
I mean, I get spoiled just scrolling Instagram when I'm at work and the wrestling show is on. And I'll have a quick little break time minute and scroll and like, oh yeah, wrestling's on right now. And then you keep scrolling and then there's a clip of the actual wrestling that's happening. You're like, oh no, I don't want to see that yet. I'll wait till I get home.
Yeah. I think I'm with you. I think that's my move. Is like I've learned to like recognize if it's something that I know about. Like if I recognize, oh, that's wrestling, and I don't want to get spoiled. I know immediately to just keep scrolling.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, go and just scroll past it because the next thing isn't going to be spoilers. But yeah, I think that's what I've learned to do. Like is just recognize the thing, and then just move on.
Because it doesn't matter how many times you see it on the Facebooks or on the Twitter machine. Somebody's always got this big paragraph they want to type out about don't be a dick and spoil movies for others. And I completely agree with it. You shouldn't spoil things for other people. But the internet is a place that if you don't have thick enough skin, don't get on it. because you're going to get spoiled.
Yeah.
You're going to get made fun of. You're going to get shit given to you. Yes, you might even get some advice, some good advice, even from time to time. But it's a great place for trolls.
My favorite thing that trolls do, and I'm convinced they're trolls even though they work for like IGN or for one of those like entertainment sites.
Mm-hmm.
But they'll be like, "Hey," they'll say the spoiler in the title of the thing, and at the end it'll be like, "Oh, by the way," and they'll just in big bold letters at the end of the sentence, "spoilers." It's like, come on, why are you putting it at the end of the spoiler? Put it at the front so I know not to read further. They always put it at the end, and like,
Right.
oh, you guys are idiots. I've read the spoiler, and you put a little spoiler at the end.
Well,
great, thanks.
So, it's a little after our youth of growing up, but there's a thing out there called the game. And I didn't know about it. Yeah, you just lost.
I learned about I learned
whatever.
about it. I know. I learned about
Whatever.
it.
So I'm sitting there, and I had no. Somebody said something about it at work one time. I worked with a bunch of 20-year-olds, and I was like, "What is this?" And I went and read this whole thing about it. And at the very end of the article, it said, "Now that you know about it, you just lost the game." And I was like, "Oh, I like this.
Yeah.
I'm using this as ammo." And my boss at the time was in the right age group that definitely would have been aware and playing. So I trolled him. I read this great article last night, guy. Yada, yada, yada. Da, 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 da. And at the end of it, it said, "You already lost because you just found out about the game." And he was like, "You are an asshole." I did not hear you just say that.
So, okay, I just learned about this about a month ago. I mean, I kind of knew about it before, but I didn't think about it. Like, I didn't connect the dots.
Okay.
Like, okay, there's this thing that people say they lose. Well, I don't really understand it. And then somebody finally sat down and explained it to me. I'm like, oh, that's the game. Okay. But I learned about it a month ago. But it seems like it's been going on for decades.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's been going on forever. How is it just that I'm learning about it really learning about it like a month ago? Like, how does that work?
Because we're out of the age group.
Is that it?
The shit didn't
It's
happen.
been going on for decades.
Yes, but you got to realize that there's decades behind us.
Yeah. I'm just like, what the hell?
2000 was 20 years ago. That's 2 decades.
No. Josh, 90s, 20 years ago.
In my head, yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, it happened. It had to have happened sometime after I graduated high school because nobody talked about that shit in my school or my circle of friends. And if my circle of friends didn't know about it, then I'm going to say this shit happened after we were done with school.
It happened after after I went to college, that's for sure. Because I didn't hear about it during college, and I feel like it would have. Because I was a part of like a bunch of little clubs and groups and stuff. I'm like, oh, this should have easily come up during college, but never did. So, yeah, I don't know. But anyway, all right. Well, there you go.
Well, so we just fucked everybody up. So that's us.
There you go. Congratulations. You know what though? Good. That means more people will be introduced to the game.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, they got the game.
Something else
Friends.
I can attempt to introduce you to, Francis.
Oh, good. Go ahead.
Is a strange new law coming to one of our more bougie, posh, new money cities here in Colorado.
Denver.
Boulder. The place where Mork and Mindy took place.
It's rootin', right?
Boulder, for the uninitiated, Boulder, Colorado is an interesting place. It's mostly new money and new hippies with new money and old hippies with lots of money. Basically. It is illegal in Boulder to smoke outside. Period.
Okay.
You can't. I think you can get away with smoking inside your car. but you can't smoke in any parking lot, off to the side of the building. Nothing. It's illegal to smoke outside.
Even we have even California has the 20-foot rule, where it's like you can't smoke within 20 feet of a building.
150 feet, I think, is what I read. So basically, nowhere.
Nowhere, yeah.
They have some other odd laws, but one that popped up in my sphere of news, I guess. A few new laws are coming into play, but there's only one that I wrote down because it was the most interesting. Starting January 1st, it is illegal in Boulder to have upholstered furniture outside.
Wait, why would you have upholstered furniture outside anyway?
To lounge in?
Would you use upholstered furniture lounging outside?
I mean, if you're fucking...
Would you just use plastic furniture?
I mean, if your shit's covered. Or you're kind of redneck or something.
I was gonna say, is that enough to like protect you from the snow and the rain that you guys get in Colorado?
Well, I mean, like, you know, I don't know. I don't live in Boulder, man. You gotta have money to live in Boulder. I assume.
So I was in Boulder. 25 years ago. Okay, so it's been a long time since I've been to Boulder. And when I was there, and you could correct me if I'm wrong. Have you been to Boulder recently to be able to confirm or deny
a
what I'm
month
saying?
ago, I was there for a day.
So Boulder, when I went, at least in the suburbs part of Boulder, all the there were no houses that were right beside each other. There was house, land, house, land.
Oh, that's all
so there was
changed.
Big tough. Okay, that's all changed.
Yeah.
Because it used to be one big 3-story house, land, another big 3-story,
and I'm sure that it is like that, like on the outskirts of Boulder still.
Yeah.
But Boulder, like the main part of Boulder, as you come off of US 36, it's all businesses and residential.
Yeah.
And the school is right there.
Okay. Wow. All right. I mean,
yeah. Nice police station.
I don't know why you would put. I just don't know why you put upholstered furniture outside. Like that to me makes no sense.
I mean, it sounds very kind of redneck to me. Like they maybe they have issues with, you know, new money that doesn't give a shit. I'm making huge assumptions on people, but this is kind of the stereotype of Boulder. Yeah, there's weird laws in Colorado. It is illegal in Colorado to let someone borrow your vacuum cleaner. Okay. It is illegal to ride your horse drunk.
Okay, that's fine. I think that's okay. I think that makes sense because being drunk on a horse just sounds awful. Like that just doesn't sound like a thing that should be.
I mean, probably not
happening. Yeah,
but at least you're not driving.
Okay.
I'm not trying to justify it, but I'm just saying. There's probably other ones too that I'm not aware of. I was once told it's illegal to not have identification on you. I don't know if that's actually true or not. But
okay.
It's in my youth when I used to stop criminals. It was nice to throw at people sometimes.
So, all right, Colorado has those weird laws. California, I just want to mention this because you were mentioning funny weird laws.
Mm-hmm.
We passed a bill apparently for new official state symbols. So we have like the bear for a state animal, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
We have whatever our state flower is. I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
For some weird, because we have nothing better to do, we now have a state slug. We passed a bill for this, by the way.
Okay.
There's a bill that was passed to say that our state slug is the banana slug. So now, if you ever look up what's the state slug for California? Colorado doesn't have a state slug. You guys have slugs, but you don't have a state slug.
No.
We have a state crustacean, which is the Dungeness crab. So we have a state crab. That's the symbol of our state is a Dungeness crab.
Okay.
And then, to top things off, we have a state seashell, which is the black abalone seashell. We have time. We have too much time.
What happened, Francis? What happened is that they finally put up in every building that you have, they finally plastered up all the signs that say the air inside this building is going to give you cancer.
They did. And every product we own will give you cancer.
And every restaurant has a letter grade. So they ran out of shit to do. So now you get to deal with slugs and shit. Something wants to update. Okay. I'm not happy about it.
What has to?
Something's trying to update, and it's gonna fucking destroy everything. I'm trying to kill it.
So, I have looked up your state symbols.
Okay.
So I don't feel so bad anymore because you do have a state amphibian, you do have a state cactus, you have a state fish,
rainbow trout.
You have a state. Your state fish is a greenback cutthroat trout.
Never heard of it. What else you got?
All right. What is your state insect?
Stink bug.
The Colorado hairstake butterfly.
That's
your state mammal.
Mammal. Well, mountain lion.
Rocky Mountain bighorn sheep.
Wow, that should have figured that one out. That's like CU Boulder. They're the Rams, I think.
And lastly, your state tree.
Oh, I know that one.
Well, not lastly.
I know that one. The blue spruce.
Yes, it is the blue spruce. You also have a state grass, apparently.
You can get get in trouble if you cut one of those motherfuckers down.
Really?
Yeah, like if you're caught. Wow. If you're caught cutting one of those down.
Oh. Well, it's a beautiful tree. I know that.
Go ahead.
What?
No, I was gonna say my best friend. He has what he thinks might be a blue spruce that he did take. It was a sapling that he took from the forest, and he what's fucking tree jujitsu called?
I don't know, arbor.
When you bend the tree into shapes, like the back of fucking Machio's fucking gi.
Oh, the bonsai.
Bonsai. So he took this pine type tree and bonsai'd it as it was young, and it's gotten it's grown, but it's got a big, more or less a kink in it. So the tree is probably 10 feet tall, but he's got this big S turn in it. And it kind of looks like a blue spruce. But I think doing the bonsai fucked the tree up in the sense of like it really becoming what you have a picture of in front of you, of a blue spruce.
Yeah, it was
but it's kind of got the same kind of coloring, similar coloring, but he's like, it might be. I don't know. I didn't cut it down, so it should be fine, right? Yeah, it's fine. You pulled it out of the ground. There's a difference.
Oh, that's your... Oh, my God. You know what your slogan is for your state?
Yes. No. Maybe. It's Colorful Colorado.
Yeah, what is that? What is that?
Okay, so context. I told Francis when he came out here, close to 10 years ago.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That Denver is a melting pot of people and cultures. and
Right.
we were
right,
promptly served a hash brown full of swastikas made of sour cream. But
sour cream. Yeah.
so it kind of ruined Francis's idea on Colorado being colorful. Dink
Colorful?
dink. We use colorful language in the form of sour cream, apparently. That's still, I drive past that restaurant and I just go, never again.
I wouldn't.
And people go,
But, yeah.
oh, I'm going to go to that restaurant. And I go, let me show you a picture. You'll probably be
It's such
okay
a great picture.
because you're white.
Yeah.
But if you're any other shade of
Yeah.
white, let me show you this picture. This was actually served to me and a brown person.
But it's good for you for knowing what the slogan is, though. Congratulate. I would not. I mean, I know what California's slogan is because it's a word, but like, good for you for knowing colorful Colorado.
Well, I mean, you saw me struggle. I didn't know it, and then I did, and then I didn't, and then I did.
Yeah, you did. You knew it in the back of your head. You did. Like you
I had
knew-
to. I had
you
to reach
that
back there.
information.
That was me just flapping my lips trying to remember.
I would have had to too, even if it's one word. It's not an easy word. Like Eureka is not an easy word to remember.
That's
even though
what
we have a
California.
city.
Well, because that makes sense. It's the Golden State. That's
Gold-
what you say when you fucking find gold or something.
Eureka.
Eureka!
So,
Excelsior! So we went right over the fucking meat of our show and did all the fluff stuff. It's a week
What was
before.
the meat? It was meat.
Well, the meat was the Christmas topic because that's in 5 days as of recording.
Do we have time?
We got plenty of time. Well, why not?
Okay, good.
I mean,
Yeah,
I work at 11 tomorrow, so it's fine. Yeah, and you're off.
Yeah.
No, you're not. Yeah, you are because it's Saturday.
I am because it's Saturday.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know what day it was. When you work every day of the damn week with occasional days off, you kind of lose track of what day's what, really.
That's true.
But like I said, Christmas is 5 days away, and I started thinking, man, what are some of my favorite things about Christmas, aside from watching Christmas Vacation every night. And I think see, now that I got niece and nephew, it's fun again because they get toys, or they were getting toys when they were younger. Now not so much, but still fun to watch other people. It's more fun for me to watch other people open shit than it is for me to open shit of my own. I appreciate everything. Don't get me wrong. I love any attention that I get from anybody, but it's more fun me watching people open stuff and the excitement that they get, whether it's something I got them or not. That's irrelevant. But when somebody opens up something that's meaningful to them for whatever the reason is, that's pretty cool. Somebody went out of their way to do that for them, whatever it is. It's I don't know, just being together. Being together is fun.
Aw.
But
Very nice.
whatever, there's all the movies and TV shows that come out around this time that everybody loves.
Yeah.
I just watched Frosty the Snowman for the first time in probably 30 some odd years with my girlfriend the other night. I was like, oh, we just, we didn't make fun of it, if you will, but we kind of mystery science theatered it a bit. Just because, the mouth flap was really bad. The lip flap for the voice acting was really bad. And, the plot holes that you notice as an adult.
Right.
They were just pointing them out, having fun. And I guess it's an aside, but it's cool when you get with somebody that understands your humor. You have the same kind of humor, and someone is beating you to the joke that you're already trying to get out of your mouth. This is great.
Yeah.
This is great. But yeah, I don't know, just whatever favorite movies are out there, TV shows that you've always enjoyed or a tradition for you. I don't know what those are.
Wait, so yours are watching people opening gifts,
I like watching people open gifts.
watching.
Christmas Vacation as many times as I can stand it. Gremlins, all the movies that people have debates over. Are they not Christmas movies? If Christmas is in it, I think it qualifies.
Sure, I mean, it's that. Yeah, right. It's there.
I'm not one.
Well, yeah.
Christmas is, I mean, like, I don't know. Christmas movies that are about actual Christmas are kind of cheesy sometimes. Movies that happen in and around Christmas time are a lot more fun. Last year, was it last year or the year before when Violent Night came out?
Last year. I want to say it was last year for Violent Night. Yeah,
It's a fun movie.
great movie. Have you seen it?
I have. I've seen it, I think, twice now. John Leguizamo. Can't go wrong. Oh, you froze. That's funny. We both mentioned it at the same time. And you're kind of back. At least you froze on a good smile anyway.
As you freeze.
As you're coming
I'm
back.
talking over you. I'll shut up until I unfreeze.
You're fine. You don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. You keep freezing on fun fucking finger guns, though, so at least that's fun. But you're moving too fast, I think.
You're not. You're frozen. You're frozen on. Oh, there you go.
Okay.
So you're frozen on Discord, but no, you're now not frozen.
Okay, well, good. What the hell were we talking about? Oh, yeah.
Saw it a couple times. Okay, so you saw it a couple times. That's good.
Yeah, it's just, it's a fun take. Yes, it's a Christmas. It takes place during Christmas. It is, for all intents and purposes, a Christmas movie. It just happens to have this Viking that named Santa that kicks people's asses. And may or may not end people's lives with a big battle axe.
Did that happen? Wow, I need to see it again because I don't remember the battle axe part.
I believe there was a battle axe.
You're
what's his
probably
face?
right. I don't remember.
Arnold Schwarzenegger is playing Santa in a new movie coming up soonish, or maybe next year. There was a clip of him walking through New York City with a gang of bodyguards around him and looking older. Yes, he is getting up in age, but looking very old and gray. But apparently he's playing Santa Claus in a movie.
Yeah. Okay. So it's called The Man with the Bag. Where he's just.
We sure this is a Christmas movie?
So it stars Alan Ritchson, who plays Reacher. If you ever seen the show Reacher, he's like a just a guy who can beat up everybody. Okay, so it's begun in Manhattan, but we don't know what it's about. But he looks good in all gray with the gray beard and the gray hair. He looks good.
Well, Twitter was blowing up the other day because no one realized that he was getting into a fucking movie trailer. And they just watched 2 seconds of the clip and started reposting it and making comments or whatever. Oh, what happened to Arnold? Father Time came up and slapped him in the face. Oh, he's old. We got to protect him.
Yeah, he's 60-something now. I mean, give him a break.
He's not.
He's
I
old.
mean, he's getting up there for sure. I wouldn't call him old quite yet, but he's still.
No, but he's.
He's cognitive as far as I'm aware. I mean, politics does weird things to you. I assume he came out pretty well. I saw, a recent post of his. He was pleading to America to make good choices.
Do you want to hear the premise of Man with the Bag? The Man with the Bag.
Yeah, because I mean, it sounds like a stoner movie to me right now. So I'm very interested.
So
Is
it's the
Felix
new-
is Felix the cat gonna cameo in this movie?
Jesus. Talk about
Too deep?
out of date. Yeah, that's a little that's a little too deep of a reference. Um, so uh, the current Gen Z slang for making money is get that bag. So if you're making money, you're getting the bag. You're getting that bag. Um, so but it has nothing to do with this trailer. But I
Okay.
think that's why they're using it. When Santa's magic bag is stolen, he turns to his naughty list to find Vance, a former thief, to help him get it back. Along with his daughter, Santa, and a group of misfit elves, Vance will have to pull off the greatest heist of his life to save Christmas.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Sounds like a sci-fi movie.
A little bit, yeah. Sounds like made for
Like a
movie.
Sharknado level type of
Yeah.
movie. Which that should mean it'd be pretty good then.
Yeah. Well, would I watch it? Sure, it's got Schwarzenegger in it, and it's a family film. You know, whatever, it's fine. I'll watch it. I'd watch it.
Yeah. That sounds good.
Ho ho ho! Yeah, like, all right.
With a big fucking cigar,
Yeah.
driving
If he has a cigar,
driving a Hummer.
oh,
I got the
Yeah.
military Hummer.
I
That's
got
the
the
worst.
military armor here.
This is a horrible Arnold impression I just did.
No, that's great, Arnold. Do it again.
Uh, yeah. I can't. I don't know. I don't really have any like Christmas traditions. We don't really do that.
Get together.
We get together. I mean, I sit in the same place every year. Is that? I mean, that's kind of a tradition, I guess. I get irritated if someone sits in my spot.
Well, we're kind of the beginning of the generation of having non-traditional, like, I mean, not to, I don't know how you'll feel about me saying this phrasing, but usually men of our age have families, have children of their own.
Fair. I'll give you that.
So
I'll
they're
give you that.
already they're building their own traditions with their new family.
Sure.
So people around our age usually have about teenagers maybe, who they're and maybe more kids to have that. So being in the position that we're in, where we don't have that, traditions are less likely because we don't have anyone to create those new traditions with. We stick with the old ones that are like the family has.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So like your nieces and nephews, should they have children, will have their own, traditions at some point, I'm sure. But yeah, it's weird, not because I don't have traditions lately. Like I don't have any Christmas traditions in the last I don't know 10 years. I don't have any traditions.
Like you guys all go to Vegas and sit in a row of slot machines together and all plunk a coin at the same time and pull the thing. Merry Christmas.
No, not really, because it used to depend. Like we used to have immediate family gatherings, so it wasn't just my parents. It'd be aunts and uncles, like immediate aunts and uncles and cousins and stuff that were in the area at the time. We would all get together. And then 10 years ago, that kind of changed. My sister moved to to the same state as my parents, and so everyone was a little separated, and then we just kind of lost. Everyone else kind of moved. All of the immediate family moved, and so now there's no one nearby to kind of, or no one close at least. There's family nearby, but no one close enough to where we want to do a thing. So, for many, many Christmases, I've been trying to figure out, as a person who doesn't have a family or a girlfriend or anything, how do I create traditions for just myself? And I haven't found one yet. I'm trying to find one where it's just this is what I do every year.
No, you talked about going to see a movie or two.
Sure, but that's a couple hours out of the day, right? This
right,
is a
but I
couple
mean,
hours.
well, that could be your Christmas tradition, though.
That's true. Yeah, I can make that as a thing. Every Christmas, I watch whatever the big movie is that year for Christmas. But I like to find some type of tradition that I can participate in, and just have that as a thing every year. like you have your family, even though it's not, you don't consider it tradition. It is kind of like you see your family, your extended family, or
Mm.
your immediate family every year for
The
Christmas.
last
You
couple
open gifts.
Christmases, it's immediate family, and then like wayward kids that don't have places to be.
What, which happens, right? But you're
Yeah.
seeing that more, though. You're seeing that more, which I think so. Which is why I don't feel weird about it, because I don't think I'm alone anymore. More and more younger people and people our age are just spending the holidays by themselves, and they have nowhere to go. So what do you do? Like, what do you do? you know,
I mean,
you find a
yeah, you either you find your tribe,
yeah,
or you be the fucking I can't the fucking the guy with the fucking spear that says, "Hey friends, let's get together and let's go do this."
sure.
Like
Yeah,
you've mentioned doing friendsgiving in the past.
I did in the past. Yeah,
What's
I did.
the equivalent of fucking friendsgiving at Christmas?
Well, we did Christmas together too, but again, all those friends moved. They're all in
Okay, well,
different states
okay.
now.
I'm
So,
just
yeah.
saying, like,
But I mean, like, yeah, like we did Christmas together. So we did a Friendsgiving, and then we planned a Christmas where we all got together and exchanged Secret Santa gifts to each other.
Right.
We always gave each other little gifts and stuff, and we got together. We had a nice meal. We'd watch movies or play board games or something. That was a lot of fun. But it was a tradition up until they started having families and they started moving on. So like, which is like the thing when I guess that's kind of how people again build their own traditions, is they build a family to have those traditions with. But nowadays, again, more and more people are just like hanging out. Like you have a girlfriend.
mm-hmm.
Does she not have tradition?
uh,
She does.
she does. And it seems
Okay.
that it seems in the last couple years anyway that there's a trip to California to go spend with
Oh,
the
very
extended family, but it doesn't sound like that's happening this year. So maybe I'll get to hang out with my girlfriend at Christmas for the first time in, a couple of years we've been dating,
nice. Hey.
which would be cool.
Well, you guys have always been a slow burn anyway.
That
So.
is true. That is very true. Push. They ask, what's the best New Year's traditions you've had in life?
In life.
Not dying on New Year's Eve.
Why did you, why would that?
I'm just saying,
I think that's most people's.
there's a lot of accidents that happen on New Year's Eve. My friends and I used to get together for New Year's. That hasn't happened. I'd probably say in probably about the same, about 10 years or so. I think people just have other things to do. Again, we're all still within the same metro area, but people have their own houses now. So they have their own traditions that they've started with their own house or what have you. So, we don't really get together for anymore for that. Last couple of years, I haven't. I don't even know what I'm doing this year because it's very likely I might be working. So, I don't really make any plans just because I know and probably not going to be able to keep them.
Well, hopefully you're doing something, Push. Hopefully you're having. I'm sure you have a tradition. You have a family. You already have a tradition going for New Year's, or at least starting one. If not, if you don't have one yet, I'm sure you're starting one. So hopefully, let us know if you're doing anything for New Year's. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I don't drink, not really. So getting drunk on New Year's isn't really going to be a thing for me. Never really was.
Mm-hmm.
Even when I was drinking, getting completely shit faced, it just wasn't really a thing for me. The only tradition is watching the ball drop with whoever I'm with, or if I'm by myself, I'm watching it at 10 for the East Coast, and then I'm playing video games and doing something else.
Nothing wrong with that. It doesn't sound like a bad way to. New Year's isn't as important for a lot of people. I think New Year's is just like if there's a party, there's a party.
Mm-hmm.
Like I never had a tradition for New Year's. Like my family didn't care. We rang pots and pans at the drop of the ball. Like okay,
Mm-hmm.
we make noise, and then we go to sleep. That's it. We stay up for a little bit, or maybe we take a nap before midnight. We get up at midnight, bang a couple pots and pans. This happened for many, many years of my childhood. Then we just went to bed. So I don't know if that's a tradition more than it is. I guess it's a tradition. It's like we just something we did, but like we didn't care. We don't. New Year's isn't as important because it's just another day. But and I worked once for New Year's at the movie theater,
Mm.
which was fun because Asians don't celebrate New Year like regular New Year. They have their own Lunar New Year that they celebrate. So they were all at the movie theaters. People were watching movies at the drop of the ball in that movie theater. And they were all Asian, and it was
Mm.
really funny. It was like, oh, okay, well, all right, you know. So yeah, so
Yeah,
yeah,
house parties, friends parties
yeah,
was the only thing I ever really did for New Year's.
that's pretty
Last
good.
year, my girlfriend and I think we got some dinner someplace and came back and watched some movies and smoked a bunch of weed and then
That's great
watched
though.
the 10 o'clock drop and then
That's that's
faded
great.
off at some point after that.
That's wonderful. There's nothing wrong with that.
No.
That's
We were
fantastic.
safe. We were inside. We were fed. We were hydrated. We had weed. We had everything we needed.
You did it right, my friend. You did it right.
I'm not
There's
into
nothing wrong.
being out on New Year's. I never was.
No.
Every cop that has a badge is working on New Year's Eve, and they're all looking for any little tiny thing to pull anybody over. And even if you're driving clean, you don't want to get pulled over at a DUI checkpoint. Even if you're bone sober, you don't want to get randomly stopped at a DUI checkpoint. So it's
Yep.
better to just sit at home or have some Uber, Lyft motherfucker drive you around and hope that they're sober.
That's the thing, though, right? Like I forgot because I haven't been out for New Year's in years, in decades, really.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot that they have checkpoints, and I'm like, oh, you're right. They have checkpoints.
Um,
They have checkpoints for Christmas and for New Year's. Yeah, they have checkpoints. Makes sense.
the city transit system here is doing free rides, I think on New Year's
Nice.
Eve.
Yeah, they do that here too. Yeah, that's a really smart move.
It is.
That's a super smart move. I'm thinking though of going out this year because Universal Studios has a New Year's Eve party at the park.
Go.
Yeah, so I'm like, oh, I might as well just do that for New Year's Eve.
That'd be something.
Yeah, yeah. I want. Yeah. So
I'm probably going to be
just end up
working
doing
till
that.
11 o'clock that night. So,
Yeah, I might
it's,
as well just. I'll probably just do that. I've been to Vegas for New Year's.
which
They
I,
shut
I
down the
imagine
street.
is fun if you can stand all the drunkenness.
People, yeah. So everyone gathers for the net for the from at 11 o'clock on the main strip. They
Mhm.
close it down, and everyone just gathers in the middle. And then at midnight, all of the different hotels shoot fireworks, and it's a lot of fun. And people shouting and screaming and singing, you know, Auld Lang Syne and all that stuff. So they're singing, and yes, everyone's drunk. Everyone is drunk and
Yes.
like hugging each other, hugging
And the
strangers. I got hugged.
pickpocketers are just having a blast.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then shortly afterwards, everyone leaves, but everyone's just like, strangers just going, "Hey, Happy New Year, man!" And like you just get greeted Happy New Year for like the entire walk to
Oh,
your
yeah.
car.
There's two times of the year where people are super friendly.
Yeah.
A week before Christmas,
Ah,
and then the couple days before and after New Year's.
yeah. Yeah.
Because
That was fun.
I've been told, even by people that didn't want me to be talking to them whatsoever, at the end of the conversation, still said, "Hey, happy holidays, Merry Christmas," whatever. I'm like, yeah. Your trespass.
Nice. Nothing wrong with that.
No, there's nothing wrong with it at all. I think it's kind of funny. Yeah, I do think it is funny though. So those 2 times of the year where people are like super friendly.
I like it. I'm glad. It's pleasant to see people remember for a split second that we're like kind of all on the same boat. That there's no real differences between anybody. It's real nice to see that every so often. It's like, hey, yeah, Merry Christmas to you, man. Yeah.
Hey,
like,
Happy
whatever.
New Year, man. Hope you have a great
and
year.
And it's random, and it's like it's nice. It's just
Yeah,
nice.
and then we get it in like the second week of January, and people are like, "Fuck everybody again."
Oh, yes. Yes. Yeah. You're not wrong. That's when everyone's like, okay, now we hate you again.
Yeah, the honeymoon's over.
Honeymoon's over.
Bills are due.
We hate you.
I had to go back to work the second week of January. Some people that are lucky enough to have all this kind of time to take off. I wasn't even talking about you. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I've worked for New Year's. I've worked on holidays. I've definitely done the work.
Yes. Well,
not as much as you have, I'm sure.
That's not fair to say that either. Because look, when you run a video game store, that's not really working. When you run a dispensary, there's some work, but you're selling weed.
I'm sure you get tipped way better on holidays.
We used to get tipped pretty damn. We did. When I was in charge of a crew at a dispensary, the question came up from the owners, "Do you guys want to work on Christmas?" And I instructed my entire crew to tell the owners to FO. Because no, Christmas, nobody needs weed on Christmas Day. You should get the shit before.
Right.
It's not our fault that you didn't prepare to be intoxicated around your family around the holidays.
Right. Right. So did no one work on holidays then?
No, everybody refused.
Okay.
And the owner wasn't going to pay us anything extra anyway. So what was the point?
Oh, well, yeah. There's no incentive then.
In lunch, pizza and lunch or what? That's not an incentive. That doesn't help me take away time from my family.
No.
It doesn't justify time away from my family for fucking free pizza.
I always think it does, though.
They
I think that's the
man.
That's always been like they always thought that was the kryptonite. It's like, oh, you know what? You want to make them work on a holiday? Give them pizza. It's like, yeah. Thanks.
Yeah.
I guess.
You worked 15 weeks at 12 hours a day. We've reached the end of this. Here's 2 slices of pizza. And there's and we chose the toppings. We didn't ask you. I worked for a company, Francis.
Yes.
Where I had to audit me and the team that I was on. We had to audit a quarter of all the accounts that this company had.
Okay.
About 3 to 4 times a year. And
wow, that's a lot of times. Okay.
Yeah. It's because they would push new codes and stuff. And we would have to go in and make sure that a quarter of the accounts randomly had these new codes. So we would say, okay, well, the rest of the accounts must be fine then too. But we would get up and be at work in dress code at 4 a.m. in an office building to do bitch work. And they'd be like, we just did 5 days of this plus a Saturday. So when you come in on Monday, we're going to have pizza for you. It's like, wait, no, you're not even getting me pizza on the Saturday that I was here? I just work my ass off for nothing, and then you give me pizza on the day I come back after one day of rest. Thanks. Just give pizza, give the incentive at the end of the thing or during the thing that you're doing. Don't give it to them a week later, technically.
Right.
Like, we'll have a pizza party for you
Okay.
next Friday. Like, what?
They're so tone deaf.
What is it about pizza? What is it? Is it cost effective?
Yes, it's cost effective because you can feed a lot of people for very little money. Because, I mean, think about it, right? A large pizza, the right place, at most, well, a large pizza will feed 3 people, right? Maybe
Sure.
4.
Sure.
If you're only getting a couple slices a piece. 3 people out of 1 pizza, that's for $20. That's a steal. Like,
You're
that's
not wrong.
that.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. So, like, makes sense to me. Here you go. Everyone, $6 a person, $6 a head to feed. Oh yeah.
I just think if you're going to have people come in 4 hours before their scheduled time and stay a couple hours later than their normal time, that,
Right.
like a catered food truck is in order.
That's the way to go. Is a catered food truck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do this food truck. Do something catered. Because there's some variety, right? There's choice,
Mm-hmm.
and then your employees aren't going to hate you as much, even if it's cheap.
Yeah. I mean, what food truck is cheap?
Not many, but like,
Not any.
and I shouldn't say cheap, but it's like, you're not giving them, because you're not paying them time and a half. The reason why you're not paying extra is because you're giving them food, which is fine.
I guess.
Well, I mean, because that was that was my thing. That was the thing at the movie theater, right? Sign this and know that we don't pay you. Like, you're expected to work weekends and holidays without extra pay. And it's like, yeah, I get it. It's in the thing.
It sucks for me right now being at my workplace because every department in the company I work for, bonuses, except for the people that push people around.
It's you know what though? You can form a union if you really want to.
I mean, you could, but
You can form your own union. It's gonna suck because, there's gonna be pushback, but
yeah,
you can technically form a union.
we
if you
could.
want to.
We could.
Amazon was on strike earlier this week. I went out and I saw
Really?
Amazon people on strike. Yeah, so during the holidays, which is great. So Amazon people are on
Well, I
strike.
mean, they got robots.
Yeah, that's true. Hard to argue. They got the robots to take care of them. But yeah, so
Yeah, I will always talk about. I mean, whoever runs it, whatever. But like, I saw a documentary once on their warehouses, and how they warehouse Amazon,
Yeah.
how they warehouse things.
Yeah.
And it's not like you would think, where like all the board games of the world that you can buy on Amazon would be in the board game section of the warehouse. They're not. They might the Candyland might be next to a can of tomatoes, which might be next to a box fan, because they catalog things by how much space they have in the shelf they're trying to put things in.
I know someone who works at an Amazon warehouse. I should ask them. Be like,
You should ask them
They
if
hate
that's
it.
still how they do it, because I mean I thought it was kind of ingenious, really. Like, you're utilizing the space you have as opposed to just like, here's where things. I don't know. Both have benefits, I guess.
I guess so. Maybe I'll have to ask.
You should, and come back and report on that.
All right, I'll put the feelers out.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We did an extra half hour of extra juice, so
We did
let's
more squeeze.
let's cut it off here and do Christmas, and then we'll come back and figure something else out. So yeah, let's hit the music and cover up the background noise that's going on. And
what was that?
don't worry about it.
Well,
It's not like it was that one time like 8 years ago when you were like, what is going on? And there was something going on. I had somebody here, but that's not the case this time.
yeah. Oh, right. Yeah.
Anyway, where can people find you on the internet, Francis?
I'm at AKA the other guy everywhere.
You know what isn't the same everywhere is my shit. 303_ninja on the Twitters, 303ninja on the Instagram. I'm on the Blue Sky too as 303ninja. Call, text, voicemail, do something with this number 314-764-7631. It spells out POI Pod 1 because I thought synergy would work, but it didn't. Email us at thepoipodcast@gmail.com. We'll be back next week on Tuesday because I'm off.
Okay? We're doing Christmas Eve? Okay.
I mean, maybe. We'll see. We'll talk.
Yeah.
We'll talk. But we got at least one more show before the end of 2024.
All right.
Before we go on hiatus for a week or so. Relax. Let these voices and our brains recharge to come back in 2025 with new juice. Maybe a direction for this podcast. Who knows? You got anything else to add besides your disappointed looks?
New juice. Merry Christmas, everyone. Happy New Year.
What was the Cockney? Have a turkey or something?
Oh yeah. Have a happy Christmas turkey. No. Oh God, I lost.
Hurry.
It. I don't
You got
remember.
5 seconds.
Merry Christmas. No, don't worry about it.
All right. We'll worry about it next week. See you guys. Bye.
Yeah.